Hello, this is Bartosz from Aviatek Flight Simulators, and in this video I would like to show you a very quick fix to a problem I often encounter. So I'm all about reducing, or ideally completely removing, having to use mouse and keyboard in a flight simulator. And recently I found myself that the only thing I really use the mouse and keyboard is to Alt-Tab to X-Plane to connect to PilotEdge. So I thought, hey, we can find a way around it. So I will show you how to actually use one of the currently not used buttons on the audio panel here. I will be using the tell button in this case, and the indicator that it's above the tell button. So I will show you how to program this button to toggle connection with PilotEdge. So when you click the button, it will connect to PilotEdge, and when you click it again, it will disconnect. And it also will show you indication to show you the connection status. So let me first show you how to set it up. We have to go to Aviatek connector, and in our we can start first from the indication. So in the outputs tab, I have already created a config here for you. So you can see if I go to edit here, there are two things really you have to set up. First, it's the source, which essentially where do we get the information for this particular config. So this will be an X-Plane data ref type. So we select X-Plane data ref here from the list, and this will be the data ref that we have to use, which is PilotEdge/status/connected. Then we have to go to display, and this is where we configure what actually light on the, in this case in the audio panel, we want to light up when this variable is equal to 1, or essentially not 0. So I will select my audio panel here from the list, use type of pin, and then here from the list I will select the tell annunciator. And that's it. You press OK. And it's already configured. Now when we'll be connected to PilotEdge, this indicator here will be on. Now we need to set up the action when we actually click the button, and this is slightly more complicated because we have to actually create two configs for the same button. And the reason for it is that we want to trigger a different X-Plane command when we are already connected, and a different command if we are currently not connected. So let's start with the first case, that we are not connected currently to PilotEdge. You will create a new config item, just give it whatever name you want, make sure that to click it that it's selected as active, and then you go to edit. Now this is important. In precondition tab, you will have to create a new precondition. You will use type of config item, and now from the list you will have to find the output we just created. So in this case was this one, PilotEdge status. Now the condition is if current value is equal to 0, and it's important you to click apply, and this clicking apply will actually apply this precondition here. Now under input tab you will select your audio panel in this case. Then in the device you will select the tell, which is the tell button, and we'll just only configure the on press action. You will have to select the action type X-Plane command. You will have to use this command PilotEdge/connect, and the phase will be only once. So this is the first case. In the second case it actually will be very similar. So what I would normally do, I would just click duplicate row, and this would create the exact duplicate of the config you just created, and then we would modify it that under precondition it's the same precondition with the exception that the current value is equal to 1. So essentially you will only trigger this config when we are currently connected to PilotEdge. Make sure to click apply when you will be creating this. Now under input tab we use the same button, of course, the tell button, but different command, PilotEdge/disconnect. And that's it, you're ready to go. Don't forget to save your config. Now let me show you. So we are currently not connected to PilotEdge. Let me press the tell button.
Connected to PilotEdge.
There you go, we are connected to PilotEdge. So actually let's do one thing. Let's get our IFR clearance while we at it. We'll be flying to Santa Barbara, so let's give it a try. Taurus ground, good morning, November 1, Victor Kilo, Diamond, Delta Alpha 42 Slant Golf at the general aviation IFR to Santa Barbara with Lima.
Number 1 Victor Kilo, Torrance ground, clear to Santa Barbara Airport, fly runway heading, intercept the Los Angeles 170 radial to Limbo, Victor 8 to Wilma, Victor 2-5 to Los Angeles, Victor 299 to Ventura, direct Quang, then direct. Maintain 3,000, expect 6,000, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 134.9er, squawk 1716.
That was a long one. Okay, let's give it a try. Okay, November 1 Victor Kilo is clear to Santa Barbara, runway heading to intercept the Los Angeles radial 1702 Limba, then Victor 8, I don't have a waypoint here, then Victor 25 to Los Angeles, then Victor 299er to Ventura, direct Quang direct, altitude 3000, we'll expect 6000, 10 minutes after, departure 134.9er, and we'll need to squawk again, November 1 Victor Kilo.
Okay, November 1 Victor Kilo, the intermediate fix between Victor 8 and Victor 25 is Wilma, Whiskey, India, Lima, Mike, Alpha, squawk 1716.
Okay, so between Victor 8 and Victor 25 is Wilma, and we will squawk 1716, November 1 Victor Kilo.
November 1 Victor Kilo, read back correct.
Okay, so that was a long one, but there you go. And now if I would click the tell again, we would actually disconnect from PilotEdge. But I won't be doing this because I'm going flying to Santa Barbara.